All right.
Is yours on? Third part of the show. Y'all losing weight, now y'all small. I don't know. All right, man. I ain't used to this shit. I'm getting better. You feel me? You know, keeping all this shit in here. And we're live. We're back for part 2 of is the so-called black woman, the most unprotected species. And we're here with the whole cast of vintage wisdom, right? You got your boy Be Nice, you got Rod, you got Big Moon, and you know, we left off. Man, who was going in deep, bro. So this time we're gonna kind of like curve it. We're gonna be a little bit more modern. We've seen a couple of things on social media, you know what I'm saying, we need to address. And then it's just a couple of things that just happen out in the world that really needs to come forward. I.e., the Essence Festival, Rod touched on that a little bit. And after further review, you start hearing India and Irie come on. She made her statement, which I think she made a real good, valid statement on the epitome of so-called black women and the state that we in as a whole. I mean, she really just made her comments about so-called black women as far as, you know, being able to protect themselves as an asset and not a liability. So how you guys feel? No, rush to talk at once.
Well, about the Essence Festival?
About the Essence Festival, Janelle Monáe, which let me backtrack before I ask y'all how I feel. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in Megan Thee Stallion. I'm disappointed in Janelle Monáe. I'm more so disappointed in Janelle Monáe. I think I'm saying her name right, than Megan Thee Stallion, because Megan Thee Stallion is our version of Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, and Janelle Monáe was supposed to be our version of India and Irie or Queen Latifah, MC Lyte. You feel me? And the fact that she just jumped off the deep end, you know, I hope the sister's all right. I hope she, you know, just not having some type of mental break or something like that. But yeah, you know, it was kind of piss poor. You feel me? And you know, I hold both of these sisters in high regards because what's it, Megan Thee Stallion, bro? She is a college graduate. You feel me? She's very intellectual. There's nothing ratchet or city girl about this girl in her real life. I don't know her personally, but when you start achieving certain things, you start doing certain things, you can only assume that, you know, you're not living both lives. You feel me? It's hard to try to be knee deep in the streets or knee deep in hoism, and then you're talking about your scholar. But it's very hard to cut it. I mean, it's very hard to separate the two fashions. So how y'all feel now? How you feel about the whole Essence Festival? How you feel about the whole, you know, the what India and Irie said?
Well, like I said, you can't claim to be unprotected and be out of order. You know, you can't keep saying all these things about how you're not respected, you know, but you're pushing and disrespecting yourself. You know, you're here, you know, the Essence Festival, you know, that was atrocious.
Man.
You know, that was one of the last venues that actually showed that they had some class. And for them to allow that, that's exactly what I would expect out of Megan Thee Stallion, because she's been trash.
You mean her actions been trash?
No, she's been a trash person. I mean, actions are who you are. So you can't separate you from your actions.
Okay.
You know, you know, when you look at Janelle Monáe, she's been transitioning to being trash over the last like 6 years. So this isn't necessarily, you know, new. She came out with a bunch of confusion, you know, 5-6 years ago, you know, and now this has just been, you know, her graduating more towards that. So it's just, you're seeing, you know, these women who want to claim, you know, some, you know, divinity or, you know, the black woman is God and this and that, but it's just a bunch of nonsense when it comes down to it, because none of them want to hold, you know, any type of standard. They don't want to be held to any type of standard, any type of, you know, cultural standards or anything. They want it to just be a free-for-all. Yet, say I'm unprotected. It's not my job to protect you if you're not under my authority. Right. In order for me to be able to protect you, you have to abide by my rules, because my rules are set up for your protection. If you can't follow my rules, I can't really guarantee your protection. And then I don't have to put my life on the line. If I'm telling you, you know, don't be out in the streets after 10 o'clock, but yet you want to be out there, I don't have the responsibility of going out at 11 o'clock at night to save you. That's not my responsibility. My responsibility was to give you, you know, the mechanisms for protection, you know, a roof over your head or whatever those things may be. And then you chose to go outside of that. And that's what women are doing while claiming all this, you know, we're not protected, we're not respected. Well, you know, you can't be respected when you don't respect yourself.
Right. What's up, Brother Moon? What you talking about, man? You saving them?
No, I'm listening and I'm thinking, and it's hard to. I don't want people, the listeners, to think that we are just want to keep taking general subjects and making them specific, and taking specific subjects and making them general. Because like the example Rob was giving, that's an example of an individual protecting his women, his woman. But as far as us as black men, y'all say so-called black men protecting so-called black women, I'm thinking more generally, more of a, not so much putting your life on the line, but standing up in defense of the black women. Meaning just in a conversation, like somebody saying something crazy, just generalizing all black women, because I don't see the comments, like some of the videos you shared with us, and I'm listening to it. You're not speaking about black women in general, because my experience, my life shows me that just like we are not all one type of man. That's how the world looks at us, as black men are all blah 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 blah, but we're not. So I don't want to sit here and say that black women are this way or that way, because I know they are not. There's a certain sect or portion or a percentage of black women that are out there doing some of the most dumbest, whorish, idiotic things, you know what I'm saying? Even just the weather, you know, I'm in California, I'm from the East Coast, now I'm in California. Back in South Carolina, as soon as it get warm, hey, clothes fall off, you know what I'm saying? And we showing everything. But that's not, every woman isn't doing that. So when I'm thinking of protecting the black women, I'm thinking about the black women in general, and do I stand in defense of black women? Or do I generalize black women by the action of a few and generalize all black women in that way? And I can't do that, because I know that's not the experience that I have, you know, because I know black women that don't do that. I know that just like you find videos of black women that are speaking out against that. Mm-hmm. So to just lump them all together, I can't do that. And
how do you section that?
Oh yeah.
How do you,
the same way.
No, let me ask you a good question. When you're saying that, right? Because I agree, but if we're talking percentages, right? What percentages would you say that these things are lumped into?
That's what I'm saying. It's no real way to put a percentage on it, because it's about your experiences. The circles
Hashtag HairGame. This is an inclusive product for the exclusive clientele. Whether you're at home, on the go, just go on with the flow. visit us at #HairGame.com. We're the same. #HairGame.
Live my life in, I don't know that section of women in my life anymore because I don't generalize. I don't go to clubs. I'm not out at those type of events and arenas. So I don't see that. So the women that I am around are not like that. And I know this is my life. I'm not in a tiny corner of the world seeing, you know what I'm saying? But we have to, and the only thing I'm saying is that we have to acknowledge that fact that, no, this is not all black women. Because I don't want them to, just like I wouldn't want no other race to look at us and say all black men do this, because we don't. You know what I'm saying? I think as people, period, we take blanketing statements too far sometimes. Right, and I just want the listeners of Vintage Wisdom to understand that that's not what we do here, because you got to be intelligent not to do that. Right. Just not thinking about what you're saying and generalizing everybody. Now, I'm not a big fan of Megan Thee Stallion at all. I don't like her style. I'm not a real big Lil' Kim fan. She's my era, but I wasn't a big fan of her because I'm not a fan of any woman that acts or talks like that. That thinks that their sexuality is a weapon or a tool to be used like that. So I'm not a fan of that at all. So I don't know what Megan Thee Stallion stands for until you said she was a college graduate. I had no idea she was a college graduate.
Okay, so
I wouldn't get that from her music. That's for sure.
So my thing is this. Back in the day, we used to be able to differentiate between the sectors of women, just like the sisters used to be able to do the same with the brothers, right? Mm-hmm. So when you cut, that's my favorite. Mm-hmm. So what's up, cuz?
His cousin is here, y'all.
Bro, we was recording.
He's the best barbers in the world.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so as I was saying before, I was racially interrupted. Racially. Take that purse off too, goddammit. Coming on my goddamn podcast with a purse on. Nothing. Anyway. So we be able to as a culture, we be able to tell the difference, right? But today we don't have that same, you know what I'm saying? It's not that same line. It's a very thin line. And very, very thin. Meaning that what's the song or the phrase? If you broke, you can't. What's the damn song? If you broke, you shouldn't get no coochie or something like that. So it's a line, bro. And all women, I'm talking about. It's Cardi B line. Cardi B said it. It's on a Cardi B song. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Basically, if you don't got no money, you shouldn't be getting no pussy. That's what she said, right? Mm-hmm. So with that being said, all women say that line. No. Yes, no, I'm talking about. Say that. No, I'm saying that because I'm gonna give you an example how.
You have no way to back that up.
I'm gonna give you an example how. So because you don't go to the club, right? Mm-hmm. You go just because bro, you a doctor down to a goddamn a sales representative may go to the club between 18 and 35, right? So when you put that part of the song in and you drop the music, all those women say that line. That is a very popular, trendy line right now.
You can't say every black woman listens.
I'm not saying every.
But you're saying all women.
I'm not saying. I'm saying not to generalize. We're talking about there's no line right now. There's no definitive line, and that was just one example. Now back in the day in the 90s, right? You had women that if you wore high heels, and you dress in a more provocative way. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? We knew who you was, right? Because we could be able to tell, like, nah, no sister with a degree does that. No sister. That's not an assumption.
That's not a fact.
I mean, bro, if you're of value and you have value, you make the top echelons. You're with the top echelons. You're not going to put yourself in a Lil' Kim position. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s, back in the 80s, 70s. If you was a street walker, you hood and deal with street walkers. You was a stripper. You did what strippers did. You wasn't trying to go corporate. Now you got every woman that's either, bro, you corporate, not every woman. We're talking about a mass majority though. You got every woman that's talking about, oh bro, I'm corporate, but then you turn around, you got a video of you, your first thing is to show your ass, then to show your face. And this is all over social media. To the point where I started having to start unfollowing sisters. And I'm talking about sisters of some substantial things about themselves. Their first thing is ass shot, then face. You know what I'm saying? Let me twerk and then this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, but when you represent things, we all represented by our culture. And it's bad enough when you got people that come in to get a green card here, or they come in to get a visa to work over here. They're already told that we're menacing, we're low down, we're this and that. Not saying that we are like that individually. That's what's taught to them upon them. I.e., I got somebody, I ain't gonna put them out there like that, but I got somebody that works here that owns a business in this mall. We sat outside, bruh, as I was, smoking or whatever. And bruh said, hey man, don't hire no more black people. He's not Muslim. Don't hire no more black people. Y'all know y'all can't work together. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, but that's what he sees.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, you women don't dress like that because no high value man wants that. Mm-hmm. No high value man wants your woman's nails 10 inches long. You know what I'm saying? You got baby hair and you 35 years old. You got green. What's up, G?
I just met a hair.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for real. Black, chubby woman. She had a dog that was in custody barking.
Hey, so-called black women can't be Karens?
Yeah.
Those are more like the Shaniquas.
Yeah. And she threatened to sue me just because her dog was just kept barking over and over again.
Oh gosh, bro, that shit just came right over. Bro, this is not scripted, bro. We don't know. Hey, we recording because we on the camera real quick. Oh yeah. So this is not, bro. We cannot script this. If we wanted to, bro, that shit came right on time, bro. Right on time. Right on time, right? Oh my gosh, that shit couldn't come right on time. So, you know what I'm saying? The brother, bro, he's an Asian. He works at the mall security. And I guess y'all heard the story. So-called black woman, but she just goes irate. First of all, you ain't supposed to have a goddamn dog in the mall anyway. That is disgusting. It's nasty. It's ridiculous. I don't know why you're doing that. That's not even part of our culture. But, you know what I'm saying? Somebody comes and tells you that your dog is disturbing the peace, and you get irate, and you want to start talking about suing somebody. Now, is that everyone? No, it's not everyone, bro. But it's a, you know what I'm saying? Like, it becomes evident that we're starting to become a people of destruction. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to become people that are not being, you know what I'm saying, held, or we're not holding ourselves to the same value as other ethnic groups, other nationalities. As I was saying, bro, they are taught and told that, bro, we are egregious people. That all we do is get high, fuck, and you know what I'm saying, and try to fuck each other over. That's our culture. But look at our music. Our music is talking about we're smoking on a dead person. Our music is talking about, hey man, bro, I ain't gonna say fuck the police. They shot the brother in the back, but I'm gonna shoot you because you stepped on my shoes. That's egregious. You know what I'm saying, bro? Our music is, our women are not talking about, hey bro, I'm about to get the brother that make $10 an hour, but he got so many business plans, he just don't want access. We gonna build him up. She's like, nah, his broke ass ain't getting no pussy. Bro, you need to go get more money before you come talk to me. Hey sis, how much money you make? Oh no, I'm just trying to be a stay-at-home, inspiring artist. But you broke.
I think it's fair to break things down into percentage.
Okay.
Because when we look into our communities and we look at what's going on, statistically we can see where we're at. We can see that the highest percentage of us as a people reside in more urban areas, low income, things of that nature. That's the highest percentage of us.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to have the percentage, of course, it gets smaller with what they call the medium income. And then you're going to have a really small number of people who are above the median income, right? So if you do it by that, then, and you look at the top two, the bottom two, which would be the median and the lower financial status. Okay. Within those two, you're going to have predominantly more closer behavior types. When you look at those who reside in your urban areas, they're going to be way more affected by the music, by the the media and things like that. By statistics, people who live in these areas, these low financial status areas, low income areas, they hear less words, less diverse words per day. Children who are born in those areas hear over 1,000 less words per day. So when children are born, there's statistics that show how many words per day, the diversity of words that are used within their home and things like that. And by statistics show that, those of us born in lower financial status hear less words. So our brain has the potential of it, shrinks because of that. So they're around parents who is playing a bunch of nonsense around them. They're around, parents who have that stuff on TV. You go to the median income. Those people who are in the median income status to show where people are at, and by where they're at, what music mainly influences them, or media, things like that. If we go that about 65% of us as a people reside in low income. Another from 65, another 30% is going to be median, and then another that rest of that 5% is going to be up above. So right there, we got 95% of us who are going to be more massively affected by negative media and music and things like that. You're going to have, when you get to the median income, of course, you're going to have a different standard because that's how they climbed out. But they're still going to have some effects. You can see that when you go to, when you go to certain places, you're going to be able to see those things with how people, act. Yeah, they act different, but when you start getting into them personally, you can see that they still carry some of those traits. I won't say every sister or every brother does anything, because you can't. There's no 100%. It doesn't exist. Right. However, I generalize in subjects based on statistics and percentages. So I'm never meaning 100%. For clarity's sake, for people understanding how I talk, I'm never meaning 100%. I'm always meaning the higher percentage. And I expect intelligent people to realize that we're talking generalization of percentages. So we say us, right? If I'm talking about wealthy people, I'm going to say wealthy people, or I'm going to use the same generalizations based on that group, right? So I have the expectation that people are intelligent enough who are listening to know that, right? And not do it, because I'm not going to talk with exceptions. Like, I'm not talking about all the others. I don't do that.
Never going to do that.
I don't think that should be necessary. You should be intelligent enough to know that this is the subject matter, so this is what we're talking about, per se. So when we're looking at who's affected and how people are acting, we do see that there's a vast number of the majority of, sisters are affected by this. The majority of them are affected by this music, just like the majority of men are affected by the music and media. And you can see it play out. Right. You can, like I said, the Essence Festival. The Essence Festival was like Custer's last stand of places you could go and not see nonsense. Like, literally, it was.
I swear it is, bro.
You would never see nonsense. No one would ever think that you're going to see twerking at the Essence Festival. It was such a letdown to see the Essence media people were defending this. and was upset with India Ari for speaking up. And you got Janelle Monáe and Meg. I mean, like,
And then these the same women that.
why would you even have Meg Thee Stallion performing at an Essence Festival? That's not who you have performing there. That's not even who performs at those places.
And Megan Thee Stallion, not to make light or to clown any of what's going on in her legal situations, but she, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you put bad energy out, you come and you put division out, you know, in our community. And she was the first one when the shit happened with her and Tori, like, why y'all not protecting me? Why y'all not just believing what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's hard to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to protect and believe in anybody that is promoting deception. It's hard to get behind anybody that's saying, like, all right, bro, you steal, right? But you didn't steal this time. But you a thief. We all know you a thief. And some come up missing. We like, god damn it. You don't know if you did it, but bro, you got a goddamn high success rate in stealing. So, you know, and then it comes out to be like, you didn't steal it. Now you gonna get mad at us because, bro, we know you a thief, and you know what I'm saying, and we didn't give you the benefit of the doubt. Nah, bro, that's not taking accountability of who you are and what you got going. But I got another question. So, if women, or let's just not say women, if people are out of order, how do we praise them as God? You get the question?
Yeah, I don't praise nobody as God's anyway. I think that's way.
I think we're gods.
I think that.
I think we're gods.
I think those things are way overblown, and people don't deserve to be calling themselves that in the first place. You know, to me, it's irresponsible for us to use those terms because you don't act like it.
Okay.
You don't carry yourself like that. You know, yeah, we can, you know, understanding what's trying to be said, but you're not a king, you're not a queen, you don't carry yourself like that. You're not a god. You don't care. Those things, titles have responsibilities.
Okay.
And if you can't roll with the responsibility, then stop calling yourself the title. That's just how I roll. Like, I don't like all that. You know, I don't like that feel good nonsense. You're not this if you're not wanting to roll with the responsibility and the decorum that comes with that. And most people don't. They just want these titles because they feel good and makes you eat. Nah, you're not a king or a queen. You're not a god or a goddess. You're not. You can't be doing that. This is how, you know, this is the rules. You know, you're not a high priest. You're not a priest. You're not a shekum. You're not a Sufi. You're not a magi. You're not none of those things because those things have rules. And these people today don't want to follow the rules. They just want the title. They don't want the responsibility. It's like everyone, I used to have a saying, especially when I was teaching my class, everyone wants to be the teacher until somebody starts asking a question. Because you don't really want that. You just want the fame or what feels good about it, but you don't want the full weight of the responsibility. And so, to me, they ain't kings and queens or gods and goddesses anyway. I very rarely see someone who, you know, really walks that walk, talks that talk to be worthy of that.
What about you, my brother? You believe in the God and goddesses, the kings and queens, the titles?
I know who we are, and I know who I am. Do I put that title on people? I agree with Rob with that. No, because the term, even on the earthly term of gods, a God is a term of respect, and from where I come, respect is not given; it's earned.
Okay.
So it doesn't go out. It doesn't go out freely. Not from me. It doesn't go out freely. It is determined by you, by your action, and we are responsible for our own actions. You know, when you made a comment about that. You know, we were talking about the Essence Festival, and I don't know all the details of everything about the Essence Festival, but I do understand what the Essence Festival is. And at the end of the day, it's not an Essence Festival is not designed to be anything as far as a plain out uplifting of our people. The Essence Festival, even the Essence Magazine, it is an encouragement to our people. But as a business model, that's not what Essence Festival at the end of the day wants to make money like any other festival. So them signing a contract with Megan Thee Stallion does not surprise me because right now Megan Thee Stallion is popping.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the big wigs, whoever running the Essence Festival, at the end of the day, when the Essence Festival's over and they're sweeping up and cleaning up, and they look at their books, they want to be in the red. They want to be in the black. They want to be in the positive. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. Because without that, the Essence Festival doesn't exist. So, sometimes we see things, and because it's us and for us, in our mind, we want that to be that type of place. Essence Festival, that's where, class this and that. At the end of the day, the people that's running don't think like we're thinking from looking at the stage. The people behind the stage are saying, I hope this, we got enough people in here. I hope all the tickets came in. You know what I'm saying? It's about the money. We are in America. At the end of the day, everything is about the money.
So they're not, so what you're saying is that they're not aware, or they shouldn't be aware of our consciousness as a community.
They don't care as much as they seem to care.
Okay.
It might seem to care because they like to put the face on it because we're the consumer. You know what I'm saying? We are, now that's a fact. We are the biggest consumer on this planet because we have less choice to be anything else in America because we get so little chances to have much. There's a certain part of percentage of us as a people that can attain some things, but overall, for the amount as we consume, there's a lot of places where we are because we're everywhere in America. It's a lot of people like we'll call a place in Midwest or out somewhere crazy and say, I ain't no black people out there. There's no place we're not here.
That's because we are the majority.
We are
not
here.
the minority, bro.
We got to first accept that. We everywhere. There's like, I remember the first time I heard of Black Wall Street. Now that's something that we all should know, but everybody don't know. Black Wall Street is just coming to the forefront for a lot of people over the last year. Juneteenth was not a big deal. Go back just a few years back. Most black people still didn't know nothing about Juneteenth. Now you see, we here in Hayward now, the Hayward Chamber of Commerce is celebrating Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? You got the establishment, white organizations because why? Because I can make money off of this thing. That's all. It was a day in our field of barbering. Me and you are both cosmetologists. So we came through both, we see both sides of it, cosmetology and barbering. There was a time, and I tell this to my clients in conversation all the time, there was a time there was only a cosmetology license and a barbering license. There was no other license. So anything you wanted to do other than that, you had to get a cosmetology license to do it. When I went to school in the 90s, late 90s, I think I went 99, it was a girl in my class, white girl in my class, she just wanted to be an esthetician. She just wanted to do massage. She had to get a cosmetology license. There was another girl, she just wanted to do nails. She had to get a cosmetology license. Nowadays, they got all those little licenses. Why? Because we can, now they'll charge us for a license for something they can't even teach us, braiding. They can't even teach us braiding, but in most states, you gotta get, it's the equivalent to a fishing license.
Yeah.
It's not teaching you how to fish, but pay us a little something, and we say it's all right for you to fish.
That's why I always say, bro, this ain't the home of the free, it's the land of the free.
And I say that to say at the end of the day, if it's business, it's about money. It can't be business and not be about money. Okay. If that's the case, then it should be a nonprofit organization.
No, because even
nonprofits make money, and they have payrolls. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's nothing about America that's not about money. So when I look at Essence Festival, it's the money. I don't care. And it's even more money because they see more of us coming from all over the place and gathering together. And it's us.
I agree, but see, my point is not that it's the Essence Festival. My point is that this is how, when we're talking about where people are at, this is what we're seeing with the culture.
Yeah, and I understand that. But what I'm saying is that even at the end of the day, Essence Festival doesn't really care about that. But I'm saying, bring up the point of the Essence Festival, because even at the Essence Festival, at this level, the Essence Festival is still a small percentage of who we are as a people.
I can't agree with that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It is.
Hold on, let me chime in on this.
It is.
Cause y'all spit some hot fire, bro, and I can't agree with that, bro, because that's just like saying BET is not for us, bro. And this is still coming from you, who just said, which I
didn't say it's not for us.
No, listen to what I'm saying. This is coming from you, from saying that we don't have a lot, and because we're the biggest consumers, and we don't. No, the reason why we don't have a lot is because we don't try to obtain a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we're so keen to being the first. Like, bro, I was the first so-called black pitcher. I was the first Jackie Robinson. I was the first this and this and this. Bro, I don't want to be the first. I want to be the only. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that this is only me and for me and mine. You know what I'm saying? Me and my people. This is for me and my brotherhood. This is for me and my sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? This is for me and my community. This is for us and our table. Because I don't want to be at y'all table. Like, I refuse to say that, hey, you know what, cuz? I want to be the first one to sit down with y'all. Hell no. Now, I might want to be the first one to create a pipeline between here and there. You feel me? Now, if that's the case, then, hey, let me be the first to doing that. But that is because now I'm creating my own will. I'm creating my own turn. You feel me? I'm creating something for my people and for my community. I'm creating something for my brothers and for my sisters and for my kinships and stuff like that. Because, bro, we get so caught up in trying to appease the masses that we do an oversight of ourselves. I.e., we got this the Caucasian ISIS coder, or the Caucasian or the other ethnic groups, water is better. We got the water. We created the water. We welded the water. We packaged the water. We gave it to them so they can drink it. You know what they did? They repackaged it, and then they resold it for a higher value. And we will go and say, you know what? This water tastes way better coming from them than it is us. Knowing that we need it more than them, because if they got their own community to support them, we have a problem with, you know what? Why do I need to support you? And I can go out here to the next motherfucker and I can go support them, and they gonna give it to me, you know what I'm saying, either higher, which their advertising just makes it look a little bit better, you feel me? Or they gonna give it to me lower and they really don't even give a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the stuff, bro, we're doing it to ourselves. A lot of these perceptions that we're giving out, we're giving it to ourselves. We're creating these implicit biases. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying it as a whole now. You feel me? Because, bruh, I can't go out here and be like, well, I don't represent the broke motherfuckers. I really don't. Me personally. You know what I'm saying? D-Nice, I really don't. You feel me, bruh? I'm a business owner, bruh. I got this going, I got that, da-da-da-da-da. So it's hard for me to say I represent a drug dealer. But would I be able to say I'm about to tell us apart? Hell no. You think I'm about to shame this brother in front of another group, and me and this other group, we got more of an alliance than me and him? Nah. I'd rather be the drug dealer with him than to be a business mogul with you. Because I know if I build my brother up, it's more of us that's coming up. If I go with y'all, now I'm the only one. Y'all can kind of ostracize me out. Or you can knock me down. And now that kills all my...
Hashtag HairGame. This is an inclusive product for the exclusive clientele. Whether you're at home, on the go, or just going with the flow. Please come and check us out at 1 Southland Drive, Hayward, California.
We're the same #HairGame.
Or come visit us at #HairGame.com.
We're the same #HairGame.